Hello, I'm Rick Abraham, President of FSMA. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video today. We're going to talk about confidentiality agreements between agencies and distributors. Recently, a national broadline distributor asked many of our FSMA members to sign a confidentiality agreement. We were alerted to this fact and asked FSMA General Counsel Barry Maloney to review the agreement, and Barry had some trouble with the language. I asked Barry, should agencies even consider signing distributor confidentiality agreements? Here's what Barry had to say.
First, generally I'd say no, because they're not under contract with the distributors. But with properly framed language, it's conceivable that an agency and a distributor can enter into non-disclosure agreements or confidentiality agreements.
So Barry generally believes that distributor confidentiality agreements should not be signed by agencies, but if they are, they need to include proper language. So then I asked Barry, what types of language do we need to make sure is in these types of agreements?
Well, first of all, it should be reasonable in scope of time, and I would say not more than a year.
Right.
And also it would have language which would provide for exemptions, for example, when the information becomes public.
Right.
Or if the knowledge is, if the agency already has this knowledge before being contacted by the distributor. Those would be exemptions.
So Barry recommends that the agreement lasts no longer than 1 year and that it contains exemptions for things such as when the information becomes generally public. I then asked Barry if the agreement should also protect the interests of the sales agency. Here's what Barry had to say.
Definitely should be mutual. Generally, the distributor has terms of sales that it wants to keep confidential, whereas the agencies has maybe call reports or financial information it may exchange. So both parties are exchanging information which is confidential.
So the agreement should also be mutual, and both parties should be covered and protected by the agreements. We hope this information has proved helpful to you in evaluating whether to sign a confidentiality agreement with a distributor. In addition, Barry has drafted a generic template with the recommended language that you should make sure is included in these agreements, and there's a link to that document attached to this email. Thanks again for your time and listening. If you have any questions, please give me a call, and good selling.